It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports, and we've got a showdown in the NFC South. It's the Saints and the Panthers, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and CD, you look at our quarterback matchup in this ball game. That's where the focus naturally gravitates, and I think we have a fairly interesting one here. Taysom Hill of the Saints, Sam Darnold of the Panthers.
And I think for me, and this isn't an original thought by any stretch, and probably for these two head coaches as well, the key for them is going to be limiting the turnovers, limiting the free possession. I mean, this isn't saying anything you don't already know, but you've got to be able to make the most out of your drives and see if your defense can help you out and take the ball away from the other team and give you a few extras.
Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And off we go from Uptown Charlotte. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 24-year-old quarterback in his fourth season from USC, a former third overall pick, Sam Darnold.
And the thing with Sam Darnold is we know the skill set is there. May not be the most mobile or strongest arm quarterback in the league, but usually plays with really good poise and at his best, like a point guard in basketball, able to move around and distribute the rock.
A running play there, going to get 11 as they get a quick first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there in that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. A gain of 6 there on first. From the 41, Darnold. That's caught right side by Anderson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Demario Davis there on the stop.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Here's Darnold. Checks this down to Hubbard. And he's got this down to the 35. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing the 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. A play fake, and it's Darnold. He'll drop that down to Hubbard. And some room to maneuver. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On the give, this is Hubbard. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Here's Darnold. This is caught. Touchdown, Panthers. Sam Darnold finding Robbie Anderson for the touchdown. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Right off the bat, they start with a very solid, methodical 10-play drive.
And you know me, I tend to look at things from the defensive side. They're coming off the field gassed right away. We're in the first drive of the game. So it's not just what happened, but think of the emotion you carry into a game, then double it with getting a 10-play drive put on you, a point scored. They're pretty tired right now.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their do-it-all quarterback in his 5th season now for BYU. It's Taysom Hill.
Remember when we used to talk about players being slash-type players? That's because they play so many different positions. Taysom Hill is a quarterback slash receiver slash running back slash special teams guy. You name it, he's able to do it. But many also think that he can be a full-time starting quarterback in the NFL.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Hassan Reddick, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Dancing to his left. Oh, up and over. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
The sack on first down took him out of a traditional running play, put him in a passing situation, but didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. He goes all the way and picks up the first. On first down, Hill. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with 2nd down and less than a yard. Hill now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 38-yard line.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Hill. Steps away to his left. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Hill now operating from the red zone. That's taken in by Callaway. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come and have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So that drive 7 plays in length. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
Let's go.
Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watched the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap for Darnold. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Hubbard. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run again. This time it's Abdullah. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. Off of play action, Darnold. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Taking a shot here for Marshall. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Meanwhile, Darnold's throw pulled in by Marshall. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 22-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
To the air again, Darnold. He gets it to Thomas. And they'll get this down to the 10.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Faking the give, Darnold. That is caught. It's Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers. Robbie Anderson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up. On first down, it's Hill. Forced out to his left. He'll have a first down past the 40. Sheds off the tackle. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there on the scramble.
Well, that was something to behold there. You might expect runs like that from a kick returner or wide receiver, but that's your quarterback hitting top speed.
And normally when you see guys move it this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play, and then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off, and he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kamara. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Open man is the tight end Troutman.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation...
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The kick by Maher is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First things first, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Saints. And it's been their quarterback who's taken over this ball game. He's already over 100 yards rushing, as this defense has just been completely out to sea when it comes to trying to stop him. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter.
And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Hill. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a super return as he gets us all inside the 25-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them, because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. On the ground, it's Hubbard. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll run for it. It's Hubbard. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard punching it in from a yard away. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. That time a 6-play drive. And it was Chuba Hubbard who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Let's go!
The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Hill looks to throw. On the move to his left. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. A shotgun snap for Hill. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they'll start with great field position. Carolina getting set to take the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. 2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter from Charlotte. Now it's Darnold. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On first down, Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Saints say they have it, and they do. We had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the third quarter, and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that, because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents it.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
That's our ball, baby.
After review of the play, the rule on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On second down now, it's Hubbard, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Going for it all. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Gonzalez out now to try the Panther field goal. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that, maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Callaway, the return man. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with it.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 79 yards. And the Saints have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Yeah, and that throw traveling an even 64 yards in the air. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. The Carolina offense about ready to go. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. To throw is Darnold. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone.
a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
Spotlight turning back to Taysom Hill as he trots out with his offense.
Well, the situation very simple here. Late game, down 7. They've got to get it in the end zone.
And the best players know how to be calm in these situations because you know right now his pulse is like a jackhammer. So how does he rein it in, make sure the team has a little bit of calm, coupled with that sense of urgency? Got to walk that line a little bit, but get it downfield in order to score, and then put the pressure on the guy who kicks the ball because he could tie the game.
It's been a fun game. It all comes down to this.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Now Hill looking to throw on first. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Brian Burns able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. Desperation time on 4th for Hill. Got some real estate inside the 30. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now Hill.
Back to Kamara for another catch. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Hill. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Taysom Hill taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it was Taysom Hill who finished it off with a touchdown.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. Sam Darnold and the Carolina offense set to take over here.
And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing him all sorts of trouble.
Darnold trying to hustle everybody along with the clock moving. Buying time. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They overloaded that time of the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. On 3rd down, here's a run by Hubbard. And that play going absolutely nowhere. And now it's 4th down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. Returnable here for Callaway. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Now it's Hill. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That can finish things off for them.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Callaway, the return man. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A huge play there in overtime. We know he's got the arm, but watch out for those wheels.
Kind of harkens back to guys they used to call the scrambler and the dodger. This guy can make it work with his legs.
Field opened up. He took advantage. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Kamara, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at the concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans screaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, Davis.
I kind of figured that was coming.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.